192 minutes, 16 quarters, 4 games. That's all that stands between us and immortality. We've been reeling since receiving an offer letter to play at Temple, but it got us thinking. Do we want to just be the best in Philly, or do we want to be the best in the nation? The offers have been spilling in from all over the country, with countless top 25 schools chomping at the bit for a chance to land our services. But most of them want us at receiver. And I mean, we can't blame them after we put up 96 catches for 1,300 yards and 20 touchdowns in a 9-game regular season. We were no slouches at safety, but with only 45 tackles and 1 pick, college scouts aren't sold on our ability to lock down opposing offenses. But we still have it in our minds to show the college football world that we can lead a defense and will our team to a state championship with great safety play. 4 games. We only have 4 more shots left. Not only to bring Philly high state championship, but to prove our doubters wrong and emerge as a 5-star caliber safety going into National Signing Day. Yo, what it do, YouTube? It is your favorite pilot, Conscious Buddha, and we are back with episode 2 of our Justin Dawkins Road to Glory, and we are in the playoffs. We made it to the dance after a 9-0 regular season, and we are trying still to prove our worth as a free safety. And the scholarships are pouring in, but we got 4 games left, y'all. 4 games left to prove to these college teams that we can lead a defense at the next level. So let's get right into it. We come out on the first play of the game, lined up in the slot. And after a beautiful play action rollout by Steve Merca, he'd find us on the drag, out in space, and we throw a beautiful double juke, and we get up the field to midfield on a 23-yard gain. Coming out on 3rd and 4 later in the drive, we'd notice the single coverage with no safety help over the top, and we'd make the adjustment on our route and run the streak and make the grab for the touchdown. And that's just Steve Merca trusting us to make a play, throwing it up there and allowing us to make the grab. And we go up by 7 early in this playoff game against Croydon. And we would start fast and hard on defense as Croydon comes out on 1st down, and we read the QB run, and we come up for the big hit on the quarterback, holding him to a 3-yard gain. And it's this vision of the whole field that has the big schools beginning to look at us and take us seriously as a free safety prospect. We keep up with the intensity on 2nd down, reading the slant play and almost getting the interception, but being there to make the tackle, bringing up 3rd and short. We would continue to turn heads on the offensive side of the ball, coming out here on 1st and 10 on our next possession, running the beautiful comeback route, getting open in space, stiff-arming the defender, and getting out of bounds right around midfield. And we would continue to headhunt on defense, reading the run and filling the gap to make the tackle for no gain. Later in the quarter, we'd see the outside run and meet the running back head-on, preventing the 1st down. And with this game being a lot closer than we want it to be, we would call our number again on 1st down and run a slant route and get into open field, make the grab, make a couple men miss, break a tackle, and get upfield for a 25-yard gain. As we enter the late stages of the 3rd quarter, we'd find ourselves driving, trying to put ourselves up by 2 possessions, and we'd run this out route, and Steve Merca would try to find us, but it would get picked off by the Croydon defender, and he would make a decent return all the way down the right sideline and get tackled out of bounds, setting up another score for Croydon. We'd come out in the following possession, and we would read the QB run and stuff him in the backfield for a loss. Knowing that we would have to be the ones to win this game for our team, we call our own number once again on this route, turning into a streak, finding a seam behind the defense, breaking a tackle, and getting down to the 10-yard line. Scoring on that possession, we'd come out knowing that Croydon was going to do everything in their power to try to even the score. On the plus side of the 50, they drop back in the gun, and they would actually get sacked and fumble the ball and turn it over to us, and that would seal the playoff win for us here in the 1st round. And we would finish this game with 10 tackles on defense and 200 yards through the air. And we'd get the biggest validation of our talents at free safety to date with Michigan reaching out and giving us a scholarship. We move on to game 2 against Carbondale High in a rematch from the regular season. And after dominating our first game of the playoffs on both offense and defense, we decided to show the special teams a little bit of love as we filled this kick bob and weave, and we make it all the way down the left sideline, getting inside the 10-yard line on a 31-yard return. Our success will continue as early in the second quarter we field the punt at the 40, and we will see that we have nothing but space down the right sideline, and we will stretch the field and get all the way down inside the 30-yard line. On the very next play, our quarterback Steve Merker will reward us by finding us on this post route, throwing the ball in perfect position for the touchdown. After yet another 3 and out, Carbondale High finds themselves punting the ball to us midway through the second quarter. We will field it at the 35-yard line, and I'm telling you, third time must be the charm, as we will find our way down the right sideline and no one will get even close to us as we cap off the 65-yard return. And less than 6 quarters into this playoff run, we are proving to our team and to the entire country that we are willing to do anything it takes to win this championship. Late in the second quarter, we'd finally get our first defensive statistic on the board as we read the running back in the flat and we come up and lay him out on the sideline, bringing up third down. On the next possession, we will read the split safety and get wide open on the fly route down the seam for a big gain. And we would find ourselves in the zone in the fourth quarter as we run this corner route and make the ridiculous grab behind 2 leaping defenders. And it's that ability to play the ball and to make tough catches that has teams like TCU trying to get us to team up with their top guys. And after putting up another touchdown and forcing yet another 3 and out, we will field the punt at the 20-yard line, and we will see if we can get lightning to strike twice, bobbing and weaving in and out of traffic, getting to the right sideline, juking inside that defender, and we will get all the way down inside the red zone on a ridiculously large gain. And looking to finally put this one to rest, we come out here on 3rd and 8. The QB's in the gun, looking for his man in the slot, and we will make the amazing interception here to put this game on ice, and we are proving that we can do it all. Receiving the ball, returning the ball, playing defense, locking down receivers on the outside, and it is no wonder here that halfway through this playoff run, we are turning heads and we are making some really powerful men in high positions reevaluate their scouting choices. And just like that, we wrap up the shutout victory in round 2, and we put together a pretty solid performance on both sides of the ball. But the elephant in the room is the 255 punt return yards, proving that we can be an X factor at the next level. And in the largest validation to date, we get Ohio State and Brian Dawkins' alma mater, Clemson, to give us a scholarship at free safety. And this opens so many avenues for us because just a year ago, we did not see ourselves getting any looks from these types of schools, as these 3 SEC schools also added us to their interest list. On the heels of 2 huge playoff performances where we showed off our ability at wide receiver, free safety, and as a returnman, we enter round 3 against Horsham High and yet another rematch from the regular season. And we know that we only have 2 chances left to prove to the college football world that we can be a defensive leader at the next level. But at the same time, we are only 2 games away from cementing our legacy as a Philadelphia high school great and bringing home that elusive state championship. And we'll get to the action right away, as on 2nd and 10 we run the slant route and we'll sneak behind the defender here and we will throw the stiff arm and waltz right into the end zone for the touchdown. And this game will be way out of hand before we finally get our first defensive sack on the board, but we read the QB run and we come up and pop Vinny right. And it's plays like this. Justin Dawkins has been getting so good all season at stepping into the box and making big hits on ball carriers. That will be evident here as on 1st and 10 he steps into the box and he gets the sack on the quarterback for a 1-yard loss. All the foundations we've been building on in the regular season are culminating in big success for us in the postseason as we make play after play for our team. We clinch a championship game berth with our 2nd straight shutout of the postseason on the backs of yet another 200-yard receiving performance from us. At this point, we can be the go-to guy in any offense in the country, with some scouts calling us the next Anquan Bolden. But our heart is set on using this final opportunity to prove that we can lead a big-time program's defense. We come into this state championship game against Penn Hills with all the weight of the world on our shoulders. We know that this is our last chance to prove to the college football world that we can be the guy at the next level. We got so many people pulling us in different directions, friends and family wanting us to play receiver, teammates, coaches, but we know in our hearts of hearts that we want to finish our story and we want to play defensive back at the highest possible level in college football. And what better place to finish that story than right here under the bright lights at Lincoln Financial Field, where Brian Dawkins has made so many memories for the Eagles. We start off this game not even having to do much on offense, as Steve Marker finds our teammate Wynn for a 61-yard bomb to start off the scoring in this game. And I wish I could say this game would be close, but it wouldn't be, as we come out on 3rd and goal and force the quarterback to throw an interception on what would be their best scoring opportunity of the day. Steve Merker would continue dotting receivers, and we would get a rare big run play on 1st down by our running back. On 1st and 10, Steve Merker would hit us on the corner route, and we would get into the end zone for a touchdown. And I gotta tell you, there was something so cathartic about taking that knee in the end zone, knowing that this will be our last game in a Philadelphia High uniform. But we knew that we still had unfinished business, and we would not leave this field without that championship trophy. On the next possession down in the red zone, we get nasty, breaking off the streak with this comeback and getting the jumping touchdown catch right at the goal line. And still looking to make an impact on defense, we will come out here on 3rd and 7, and we will read this slant play perfectly and just miss making the interception. Entering the 3rd quarter up 5 scores, we know that we still need to make a career-defining play on defense if we really want to put the cap on our senior season. Dropping back, we will read the slant route and make the one-handed interception, and we have space, and we will take it all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. And big players come up in big moments, and we cap off our senior season making the biggest play of our career in the biggest game of our career. And we will get Philadelphia High that ever so elusive state championship. And there you have it. We cap off an undefeated regular season with a huge postseason performance by our safety Justin Dawkins, and he leads his team, Philadelphia High, to their first state championship in school history. And the questions now reemerge. Where does he go to school? As we've seen throughout the playoff run, he's had some big time schools reach out to him. Ton of SEC programs, Alabama, Missouri, Tennessee. He's also had Clemson reach out to him, as well as Michigan and Ohio State. He never thought that Clemson would ever get back to him, as it was a stretch school, but they gave him the scholarship after they saw his performances in the playoffs. He could stay here in Philly and play at Temple, but would he be selling himself short? Can he perform like this at the next level, at a high level, in a Power 5 conference? Should he still play wide receiver? He can go to TCU and team up with Quentin Johnston. He can go to Ohio State and team up with their receivers there, Marvin Harrison Jr., for example. Where will he go? What will he do? As you see him lock in 5-star caliber status at both positions. The conversation has to be had, as Justin Dawkins will lock in a total of 32 scholarships going into his decision day, with 8 of those schools recruiting him at both positions. Coming from a nobody last year, just an average utility player who played all over the field, to literally the top 10 guy on ESPN's 150, it's got to be a lot of pressure for him. And he's got a big decision to make. He'll obviously have to sit down with friends and family, coaches, pray on it, see what the best option for him is. Whatever choice he makes, he'll have the entire support of the entire college football world right behind him, because in just this short amount of time, and these 13 games he's played his senior season, he has become the darling of the college football and the sports world at large. So we will see where Justin Dawkins ends up next episode. Drop a comment below where you think he should go, what position you think he'll play, and we will be back shortly with episode 3, National Signing Day, and we will find out where our boy Justin Dawkins will play the next 3 to 4 years of his college football career. You guys know the drill. Until next time, stay safe, stay conscious. I'm out of here. Peace out.